Okay, this is the first week project answer key. It's kind of like in school when you had the answer in the back of a book. I'm going to quickly go through the way to complete this project. So I've already installed my text editor and my FTP client, which is this part up here. And I've got my folder here, which is the same one that I've been using. And I've got this file that I created in it. So I'm following the instructions so far on that. And this is where I want to upload it. I've already uploaded this hello.html file, and now I'm going to upload my project file next to it. So it wants me to create a page. So I'm going to first start by opening my text editor and save as. And I'm going to call it index.html. I'm going to make sure I save it in the correct place. This special folder. There's the file that I made already. It all needs to be in the same folder. And let's put the answers, the directions over here. So some simple content. Oh, first it wants me to use the boilerplate. So I'm going to go to the page and download this week's packet. Here it is. And here's some boilerplates. So I'm going to use the structured annotated one. Because this is zipped, I have to unzip it before I can just drag stuff out of it. So I'm going to go to my downloads. Okay, and I just unzipped it there. And I'm going to open it up again. And this is the one I want. And now I can drag it because I've unzipped it. Minimize this again. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use as my structure. I'm going to copy this over. You could just rename it if you wanted to. I'm going to close this one, I don't need it anymore. Okay, now what does it want me to do? Week 1 project. Some simple content, a few sentences about yourself. Now I know by reading these annotations that this is where my main content is going to go. So I'm going to delete all of this and I'm going to write a little sentence about myself starting with a P tag because I happen to know that's a paragraph tag. Alright, now I'm going to type. There we go, magic. I typed a sentence. So this is my big long paragraph about myself. Okay, the next thing is to add a couple of links. Now, I don't need to put anything up in the nav because this would be the navigation, the main navigation for my website. So I'm actually going to put the links down here in another paragraph. I'm going to say, here are some links to my friends' home pages. And I'm going to make a list here, li, because it's a list. And here's a trick. I hold shift and arrow key up to grab this entire line, including the line break, control C to copy it, and then paste, 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 paste. And now I've just kind of saved myself a little bit of time. Now another trick is if I hold shift and tab, then it'll tab backwards, and if I just type shift, it'll tab forward. So shift tab, tab backwards, stop UL. Okay, now I'm going to get some things to link to. Now here I'm going to copy this address for Elizabeth. I'm going to copy this guy. I'm going to copy Tracy. And who else should I pick? How about Matt, since I would like to know him a little more. So right now, this is just a couple of links. Let's actually open this up and preview it right now before we've put it online. It's this one, index, and I can either double click on it because I can see the Chrome icon, or I can specifically drag it into Chrome and it'll load it. I could also open it directly from Chrome. So you can see some of the boilerplate information is still up here, but here's the paragraph I wrote and here's that list. So it's just the URLs. We need to make them links. So let's go back and turn it into links. I could, if I didn't know how to do this, just do Control U or Command U to look at the source here and see how I did it here. Oh, href. I remember now. So I'm going to copy this code, lift it, go back to my HTML here, and I'm going to paste it in. And then I'm going to copy the URL that I already have. Oops, that didn't You see the syntax highlighting broke because this was missing the closing caret. Okay, so I have in my clipboard now the URL I want to put, so I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to write my own little note, because this is Elizabeth. Now I'm going to do the same thing again, and this is how I do things to make it quick. I'm going to copy here, and then paste, paste, paste. It'll be broken for a little bit, and then I'm going to copy this, and then put it here, paste, paste, paste. I'm going to copy this, close A, stop A, paste, paste, paste. Now I've got the URLs built, and I just have to fill in here. Chris F, Tracy, and Matt. Now if I save and go back to my browser and find the local copy, you can see it's File, Brenton, Desktop, Skillshare, and refresh. This is all still a boilerplate information, but you can see the links have updated. Okay, let's go back to the instructions here. So I've made a couple of links. Now it says to use the full URL, and I've done that, and then link to the other page I've created in the class. Okay, so let's go to my index here. It's hello.html. I'm going to make a link to my thing. Alright, so I've typed this paragraph here, and I'm going to write a anchor tag, A, and then stop A. So that's an anchor tag, and we know that anchor tags are how you do links. I'm going to put a space, and I'm going to write the attribute, href. Then I have to put the attribute value, equals, and I'm going to put the value in here. And the instructions said not to use the full URL, so I'm just going to use this local one, and because it's in the exact same folder, here's the folder, index, and then hello, so I'm working on index right now, those in the same folder, it's going to work without putting all this other information. Hello, so the link will be from here to here. And while I'm at it, I'm going to clean up some of this other stuff. That's a little better. Let's get rid of this one too. Okay, so my header will be h1. Actually, let's just call it Brenton's homepage. And then the nav, I'm not going to put anything in here right now, but I would put links to other things in my site. A side will be a sidebar. I'm not going to put anything in there right now. And then the footer, same here. I don't need this right now. We'll come back to it. Okay, so let's save that and view again, not online, but locally, because I haven't uploaded it yet. Refresh, looking a little bit cleaner now. Great. So now we're going to go to the next part. Link to other pages you created in class. Let's double check that that is working. It'll work locally since, there we go, since we're in that same folder. And then this is online again. And this is the instructions. Link to the page. Consider putting a little contact information about yourself. I know that it goes in the footer, so I'm going to put just a little information about myself. There it is. And I put some fake information because this is going to go on the internet right now, and I don't want people to be calling me. But that's the end of that. Oop, an image. How do we make an image? Well, I'm going to look at how I did it up here. Here's an image. So I'm going to right-click, inspect element. I'm going to see the DOM here, and there's the image. And you can see that when I hover over it, the image itself gets highlighted, so I know I'm in the right place. And there's no CSS, but this is the HTML. So I'm just going to copy this entire thing. Oh, I can't drag. I can drag to move it, but what I really want to do is edit it. So I'm going to right-click and do Edit as HTML. Now, whoa, that messed it up. This is learning as we go. So I'm actually just going to do Control-A to highlight all of it. The other thing you can do, if this is kind of complicated to copy out of the DOM inspector, is Control-U, or however you Command-U, however you get to the source, and then find it manually. Now that you know that what it looks like, you're looking for that IMG tag. So where is it? Here it is. Here's the IMG tag. Highlight it and copy it. Now I'm going to put this image, I'm going to put it up here next to this. Okay. I like to hit the end key a lot. It makes things a little bit quicker. So paste, and then now I can look at this to kind of see what's happening. So Alt-Sim Sir Tim Berners-Lee. So I don't know exactly what this is, but it looks like it's a description. So I'm going to say my picture, and I hope that this is obvious that you need to make this link to an actual image that is there. So I've saved it, and if I go here and reload, I get a broken image because there's nothing actually here. So what I need to do is get an image from the internet. I'm going to use this same one. Save image as, and I'm going to go to my desktop and open the Skillshare course folder and save it right in the exact same place. So now it's in this folder. There it is, Sir Tim Berners-Lee. And just to make sure that we know this, I'm just going to call it Tim. Just to make sure that we know, we have to change the URL to match what folder, what the name of the file is that's in the same folder, Tim. Now if I look locally on my page and upload it, there's the image. Oops, I dragged the wrong way. There's the image right there. So is that the last thing that's required of the homework? An image? If you don't know how to do something, okay, now I need to upload. I can follow the videos if I'm confused on how to connect, or since I already know how to do this, I'm showing you guys, I'm going to upload. So here's FileZilla. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to connect. I've already done this. I've already figured out how to connect. And here's on the left, I have it set to automatically open to Skillshare. You might need to find your folder. And on the right, here's my server. And here's what I want to upload. Index and Tim. Hello is already over there. So I held Control as I clicked both of those to select them both. I'm going to drag them over, and they've uploaded. Now, let's go back to my browser. Here it is. And now we want to go to, this is local. We don't want to go local. We want to see this on the internet here. So index of, here's my space. And I just uploaded it to here. So if I click refresh, then I see the home page. Now notice that I'm still in the same place, but because I named it index.html, it automatically hides that file list and just shows the first file because it's the index file. And that is the homework. I hope that it wasn't too confusing for you guys.